Hello, welcome to In-and-Out of OutSystems, where I show you something cool and useful in OutSystems in 5 minutes. I'm Brian from NetLink Digital Solutions. Let's go! In this video, we will talk about the different times we may see the Compare and Merge tool in OutSystems Service Studio. One time where we may see the Compare and Merge tool is when two developers are working on the same module. For this video, I will act as developer 2, and let's say that developer 1 has published their version of the module to the server. When I go to publish mine, I will be presented with a modified version detected window. We see here that D developer has uploaded or published a version at 9:57, and it asks us what we would like to do. We have a couple different options here. We can either compare the two modules, which will bring up our compare and merge window and show us the differences between the two modules. We have the overwrite with my version button, which will overwrite the version on the server with the version that I'm working on now. We have our merge and publish button, which will allow OutSystems to compare the two modules and automatically merge them together. But if a conflict is detected, then we get that compare and merge window and we have to make some decisions. We also have the cancel button to cancel out of this window. For this example, I'm going to click Merge and Publish, and we're going to see that OutSystems does do its best job to try and merge the two together, but it looks like we have a couple conflicts here. So we can see just by investigating the two that the other version has this list actions page that's been created, and it looks like some changes have been made in the data action as well as the style sheet. For the conflicts in the data action, we can go ahead and double click on the data action, and we'll see the two logic flows side by side. We can see that the assign statement has been changed in each version, and it looks like the output parameter out2 has been changed to 20 in my version, and the other developer changed it to 10. I know that for this application to function properly, we do need the 20 there, so we can click the value viewer, and it shows us the two values side by side. I'm going to click the checkbox for my value, and we can see that the one conflict went to 0 conflicts up in the top. We can click done and back, and we can now see that in our logic flow, the blue instead of the red, and that means our conflict has been resolved. We can click back again, and we see down here we have our style sheet that has a couple conflicts in it. We can double click our style sheet to bring up the differences between the two versions. And it looks like that I had chosen a color of this hex code and the other developer has chosen another color. I'm going to use my color, so I click the checkbox here and then I click done and back. Looks like we still have one pending conflict, so we double click again. We have our checkbox and we click done and back. We can see that we've resolved all of our conflicts here by the blue instead of the red. And again, we're taking the list actions from the other version, and then we're taking all the changes to the style sheet and the data action from my version. Now we can click merge, which will merge the two together and then put us back in our service studio. This will not publish to the server, but we can make some more changes if we need to before we publish. Or we can click merge and publish, which will merge the two versions and do the publish at the same time. I'm going to utilize the merge and publish button to publish this to the server. We can see that it merged the two together and that we're now publishing it to the server. Another example of the compare and merge tool is when a developer is working on a module and cuts and pastes an entity within that module. If developer 1 and developer 2 are working in the same module and developer 1 cuts and pastes an entity and developer 2 goes to publish his module, the modified version detected window comes up. We can compare these two versions together, and we can see down in our database that our movie here now has some lines underneath it. And if we look in the other version, we can see that one of the movies is getting crossed out and the other movie is getting created. If we have both of these checkboxes selected, it will take the movie that's been crossed out, remove it from our version, and input the new entity. Once we have any comparisons completed, we can click either the merge or the merge and publish button. The last example I'm going to show you with the compare and merge tool is when you can compare against another version on the server or another file that you upload. We can get to that by clicking Module, Compare and Merge with another version or file. This will bring up our Choose a Version to Compare with window, and we can choose another version that's been published to the server, or we can choose a file. After we've clicked a version or a file, we can click OK, and then we'll be presented with the Compare and Merge window. We can do any changes between our version from the other version. We can click Merge, and then we can publish that version to the server. This has been examples of how to use the Compare and Merge window in OutSystems Service Studio. Thank you.